Yeah, I know, not normally what you expect to have today. Who do you indeed? Yes, the playoffs, season 15 are going on. I technically had a game scheduled for today here, but I get it. It might be just by Murphy's Law my opponent's distracted, so that does happen occasionally. But playoff games are happening, so let's go and find out, well, what actually just happened. Anyway, who do you indeed? If you missed this cast, no problem. You know, we can always catch up at a later time. That tends to happen some days here. Anyway, let's see what excitement we actually have here today. As I mentioned, you know, I was technically supposed to have a game scheduled for today, sort of. Schedule changed a little bit there, so then we had to reschedule for technically around this time, but haven't heard back from my opponent, so it might be he just never got the message. That's fine. We'll just reschedule for probably something on Sunday then. Ah, lovely green tea. I was going to have a bit of ale, but I'm now realising I better have a bit of green tea. You know, flush all the poison out of me. It's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah. Let's be candid here. Alright, so. Here we go. Second of the big playoff games here. Mainly I call this as a 50-50, but that's because of the history of these two coaches here. Despite the fact one team is... well, probably, in theory, the meaner team? Probably is.
Get ready to rumble!
In this case here, yes, Dwarves, technically. Underworld, what they're going to have to do there is they're going to have to use their Bill Bexley speed, and they're going to need some things to go right here. Very surgically going right, including, yes, they've hired the correct star here, they've hired Glot, they need the claw to work. And maybe get them a couple of cheesy, easy removals. Because take a look at his roster here. He does have 4 reserves. But remember, you're dealing with the LRB version of Underworld. So... it's a bit of a tight one. That's what she said last night. But anyway, you can see what he has to do here. Underworld has to be very methodical and surgical about this here. Because... their most reliable skills, dodging, might not work as well as they hope here. You know, and they would really love to be dodging. Now, if they can actually even get even an early touchdown, that's great. Key word, it's great if it works. They do have the fan factor, 3 railways each side. Dwarves, you can see, have 1 reserve. Underworld, well, he's got everything out here as he can here. It's a strong roster. But it is facing what is probably a very severe upbeat, but an immediately green reroll.
Aye, sir.
Cool. This shows you how this game, how intense this is going to be here. We immediately have our first... sorry, mosquitoes come in. Alright, yeah, first green reroll there. How's it going to work? I have no idea. It's a nasty bit of work, isn't it? It is anyway. So... let's study here how the teams need to make things work. Underworld would like to spend the full 8 turns scoring. Or score quick and then hang on for fucking dear life. They do have the team for it. They can even get away with a cheeky foul here and there if they've got a Goblin spare. Which, to be honest, in this lineup, they don't. That's not a joke. They really don't have a player to spare right now. Then again, the Dwarves have the same problem. Dwarves, of course, have decided to be arseholes.
Fantastic!
The problem is, are the Dwarves wrong? I don't think they're fucking wrong here. Like, you know, they're just going to basically tip a beer, and they're going to wait patiently, because we just discussed that here. Underworld's got the Bill Bexley speed, right? Compared to the Dwarves. Dwarves, slow team. The Dwarves' biggest advantage here is they can surgically, quite frankly, eliminate a lot of the dodging, especially the goblins. And there's only so many goblins here. So they've just gotten rid of 1. Congratulations, Underworld's now down a player. Yeah, Underworld's got spares, but he still has to score. The Dwarves, of course, have no such urgency. None. They can just wait here. And you can see they've layered it, including, you know, smart play here. He's kept the runner back and the other runner. So he has a movement 6-piece near the rear in case anything gets behind him. Make sense? So Underworld's either got to take a gamble, and you can see it again. The Dwarves again greed reroll. Because they figured what the targets are. Oh, that's it. This is it. They decide, fuck this.
Boomstick!
They're going right after the ball carrier. They're going to force Underworld to respond. Welcome to the playoffs. It really is here. Dwarves could have just sat here all day. But you can see what they've done here. They've got guard, they've got tackle, and they're crashing the wall. By doing this here, already you can see they're negating the tackle. They are forcing Underworld, and quite frankly, Underworld's one move is go this way. Meanwhile, Underworld's having an extreme underperformance. Yes, extreme underperformance. And again, 1 in 9 has to re-roll it. Because he has to knock the player away.
Settle it in smash!
He does get the knock away. Even manages to break the armor, but doesn't achieve anything. And at this point here, I'd be looking at this going, alright, is he making a mistake by not going, alright, force it? At this point, I would say, Underworld, this is your opportunity. He's not mobile. Move in and just start run, bitch, run. Because he's already forced the line. He's slow. And you could probably do this. Hell, you've got a thrower. All else fails, he then suddenly goes, howitzer, and fires it across. Yes, I know. It's not a fun idea. It's definitely, you know, high stakes here. But this is playoffs, lad. There's no tomorrow. Instead, Underworld does this, contains the threat, but then doesn't actually exploit the threat. Does that make sense? And unfortunately, because you didn't exploit the threat, the Dwarves just get to work.
Charge!
Because Underworld didn't move anywhere. So, they are really going to exploit this.
I can't drink anymore.
And that means they're now totally destroying any option you had to move one side, the Dwarves respond, and then you move the other side. They have just totally negated that. So now Underworld's down more players. And this, right now, see, Underworld's now doing the right. This is a turn late. I'm serious. This is a turn late. They should have been doing this last turn. We'll see how this goes here. Yeah, we're getting more analytical, aren't we, in the playoffs? Woo! That is a huge one. That is fucking huge one.
Shenanigans! Shenanigans! Shenanigans!
Yes, I agree. It's Elliot KO. But the way this game has gone so far, you 100% take that one to the fucking bank. Gets a knockdown here. Run! Run! No! Oh my god. Now you just cut yourself off. Yes, he's done this completely out of order. He has cut himself off. You see what I mean? This needed to be done a turn ago. He's a turn late. He is absolutely a turn late. We're handing the ball off. Yep. Yep, you're handing the ball off and you lose the ball because of course you do. And before you ask, yes, this coach is notorious so far. For the last few games, can't rail a fucking 3. He's a turn late, and now the Dwarves are going to make you pay for it. I'm dead serious. The Dwarves are about to make him pay for this one here. Now, let's see what he does here. Dwarves, now already here, it's turn 5, and let's be blunt, the Dwarves have greeted 2 rerolls. They have outright greeted them. But there is a method to the madness here. Here we go. The only risky play of the entire thing, and he gets away with it.
Guns don't kill people. I do!
Yep, he fucking got away with it. The only risky play of the entire play there, and he gets it, gets the surf. And Underworld's now in serious trouble. Here we go, another solid punch. Oh! Hello, removal. So the problems are continuing. Are they ever continuing? Now you see my whole entire point. Underworld's now out 4 players to 1. Bad combination. And as I said, Underworld, you are a turn late in this entire drive. And there were so many other things you needed to do, and that wasn't it. Sorry. Well, now it's all going to fall apart now, isn't it? Well, it is. And that was it. Blue the loner. Dwarves immediately counterattack here. Powered tackle. Yes, it's a blitzer. But he's got tackle, and that's all he fucking needs to get them moving. Fire! And now he just wants this chap's surfed, and that is exactly what he gets here.
Let's get to it then.
Anyone counting at home? We're now at 5 removals for Underworld. Again, I rest my case. This was a turn late. And now you're paying for it. The Dwarves just casually pick up the ball and now run away with it. Because they've just been patiently... Again, if this had been done a turn earlier, this is a very different drive. And the beatings do not stop at all. And there goes another one, chaps. There goes another one. It's getting worse. It is getting fucking worse. Push me, fuck you. The Dwarves are now in casual mode. Because remember, this is the Underworld drive. They've now broken the Underworld drive, and Underworld is now out so many players. Most of the reserves coming in. It's all going to be goblins, lads. It's all going to be goblins. And that's against Dwarves. It's a nasty combo, isn't it? Alright, here we go. Underworld. Now, Underworld does understand here, and now the only thing they have to do... I said the only thing they need to do!
So sure, you can defeat me.
...was prevent the touchdown. Now, I get it. He's frustrated at this point here. Face it, the Underworld coach is rattled. So he tried to go for the ball carrier. What's he do? Yeah, you got it. We all know who it was. Whoopsie! And down he goes on the failed GFI. Well, that was going to happen, wasn't it? Taking a look at that. Yep, first GFI of the entire game. That was the first GFI of the game. Rel's a 1, Paxton doing his thing again. The Dwarves, right now, in range, can casually score. It's turn 7. Dwarves are in cruise control. I'll state it right now. Isn't it amazing what one mistake can make? One mistake and a miscalculation can do to your entire game. You are witness to the one miscalculation. Like I said, Underworld needed to a turn earlier be breaking right, and they had options here. Not doing that meant the Dwarves could then easily contain things, destroyed the left, and now could very easily contain the right. Which is what they did. Now, admittedly, the Dwarves had one risky play, but he got away with it. He got the surf he needed. Okay, what is the option here?
Run, cowards!
Besides that, here we go, casual dodging!
Sloppy.
Casual dying, yeah. We already had this whole discussion. We had it right at the beginning there, and that is exactly what's going to happen there. The tackle negates the easy dodge, and down he goes. Has to apothecary, because let's be honest, he needs the fucking player. Dwarves, look at the turn, look at the time, look at the score. They're not going to fuck around. They're just going to go casually score. Well done, lads. Well done. Dwarves on the fucking board. Yay. Get more green tea. Yeah, exactly. Well, welcome to halftime there, lads. Score 1-0 for the Dwarves. This halftime, of course, being brought to you by everyone's favourite here, Super Dickums Dick Nuts. Because nothing is more enjoyable in your mouth than a good, flavourable pair of nuts. Super Dickums Dick Nut. I'm not making this product up. Trust the Germans. Yeah, trust the Germans to come up with that thing. Yeah, keep your fetishes to yourself. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Alright, so let's turn around, because guess what? It's the Dwarves drive, and exactly as predicted. Let's take a look who's knocked out here. Well, he's out 2 goblins. He's got 2 KOs of Skaven, another one right there. So yeah, it's going bad. It's going really bad here. What's Underworld got left? Remember, this is LRB 6 and not BBPN 2020 here. So Underworld, he's got some really limited options here. Yes, he hired the right star player, but underperformed is an understatement. Yeah, say that 8 times fast there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's already down to 10 players. Dwarves, well, the KO stayed out, but he's got a reserve. So he's at 11. And the Dwarves are winning. So right now, the only thing that could basically save him here would be, let's be honest here, a bit of luck. This is really what Underworld needs at this point here. Well, he gets a free reroll. Doesn't help.
I'll wipe all horrors from this world, starting with you.
Alright, granted, it's a good bounce. So now he's waiting on the Dwarves to roll a 1 in 9 on the pickup. I know, it's a hell of a long shot, but seriously, that is what he needs now. Underworld needs a 1 in 9 to get back in this game. Meanwhile, the beatings will continue until the morale fucking improves.
Get in my belly!
Alright, more beatings of the Dwarves. Well, the front line's down. Only a stun. I hate to say it for Underworld, that's a good turn. This isn't, because, yep, money blow, tickle, here we go. Surgical hit, and a surgical takedown.
I've got the beast in my sights!
Son, you're not getting back on the field. Unfortunately, that is a key player right now that Underworld needs, because he has the best capability to get down the field and go grab someone's balls. So, let's be honest here. Good attack, good plan by the Dwarves. Now 1 in 9. Okay, it's now official. Underworld's in serious trouble. Well, they are. Dwarves, of course, moving up as we speak here. Because right now, technically, there's one threat. Seriously, there's only one threat in the field to any other players. Troll's not doing anything. Again, the Troll's not going to do anything.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Another big takedown there. And again, Glot underperforms. Glot's been doing this all game. Claw. He would love a KO at this point. Let's be candid here. Just a KO. We'd entirely start changing the nature of the game, but instead he can't get a single removal. Hell, he's not even getting stuns. And so the Dwarves, very methodically...
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay! 55 months of this fun, isn't it, just there? Thank you very much there. We're having a very deep analysis of this game here, Vaught. We're having a very deep analysis here. It seems to be now the theme for how the playoffs are going to be. Deep, professional analysis. That word. Anyway. Yes, we're using more complicated words. I love words. Num 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 num.
Enough of this chit-chat.
Exactly, enough of the chit-chat. Dwarves wandering up the field as we speak here. Dwarves, honestly, are in no hurry right now. They're up 1-0, they're in control, and the only player that was actually probably the biggest threat to go get the ball just got knocked off the pitch. So there we are. Well, I had my game scheduled, but he's a no-show. I get it, I haven't heard anything back, so for all I know, he just missed the message. Fair enough. Alright, Trell's up, Trell's not doing anything. Seriously, Trell hasn't done anything all game.
Shut up and take my money.
Another big hit by Glot, another big, well, let's be honest here, total and complete disappointment here. It's enough to drive you to drink, isn't it? Seriously, right now, at this juncture here, Underworld's, well, I've already called it earlier where his one big mistake was, and it was a doozy. You didn't think it was a big doozy, but, well, look at the score right now. 1-0, and he's clearly losing.
Get over here!
Yes, Vaught, I did analyse where he made a mistake. It is a very analytical, but it's a clear call out of, this is where you lost the game, sir.
I hear the sweet sound of death.
Sweet sound of KO, more likely, but at this point here, again, Dwarves are in no fucking hurry. Up 1-0, they're in a cruise control. Which, considering the history between these two coaches here, what was it, going back 8-9 years? Must feel fucking nice for one of the coaches right now that finally, after so many years, it's all going right. Well, it is. It's finally going right. It really honestly is. Like, if the Dwarves ever had a game like this against this other coach where they've been calm. You're fucking his mom. Alright, it's nice to know, but yeah, I appreciate the gesture. Anyway. And here we go. Another surgical hit. Can he get a result? Can he get anything? Oh, for fuck's sakes.
You are dead. Not a big surprise.
Stun. Turn 11. Glot gets a stun. Which, I'll be candid, this juncture, absolutely fucking useless. This achieves nothing for his team. The only thing he can do now is, let's be honest here, to throw goblins a foul. Well, it's true. It's the only thing he can do.
Overtime.
And he's got to pray something, so... I forgot which league this was, and yep, Constable led once again. First foul, first ejection immediately. That has been his idiom all fucking season, hasn't it? Yep, there's a foul, immediately ejected. And all that does is put Underworld deeper in the hole. But at this juncture, what else is Underworld supposed to do? Because Underworld needs a player swing of some kind. And that's not happening.
Fantastic!
So how much did you pay him for? How much did you pay Ed to keep the game firm but fair? More tackling, more running in here. And right now, let's be honest here, Underworld's got no ability to do anything about this here. Unless he's willing to trust Stunty. No, it's no joke. He's got to play. I'm serious. He's got to play. It's a hell of a fucking long shot. He literally has to go, oh god, here we go! I don't think he landed.
You may fire when ready.
Well, he made it! Well, give him that! He fucking made it! All those visits to the brothel. Alright, that will do. That will definitely do. Don't tell his wife. No, seriously, don't tell his wife here. Next thing you know, he'll be bleeding from weird spots. Yeah, I know. It's very... He sees it! He sees it! He sees it! He's lost it! Try again!
The horror!
Yeah, he saw it. It was the only play he had. That, seriously, was the only play he had. He had to trust in the Stunty. The problem is, he's against a tackle team. It's not happening. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What did he roll? Yeah, 1 and a 2. This is the coach who hasn't been rolling consistent threes all season. It's time for Surf's Up! Here we go. Bye-bye, son. Fire! That is now the second time that asshole's been surfed. Yeah. Hello, Scooter. Yeah, it's all going downhill from now. It's all going downhill from now. There goes another one.
Meetings.
Exactly. Well, looks like the Dwarves are on their way to the silverware. They're on their way. Going back here, looking back at the first half here, I still will firmly stand by. I called Underworld's one mistake. One. And it's cost him the entire game. Really? Really?
Markaz Modan!
Isn't that just called beating a man when he's down? Alright. Let me guess, Ed, you calling that one too? Yep, you're calling that one too. Ed, firm but fucking fair. Still is. Yep, still is.
How about a nice big cup of shut the fuck up? Think before you open your stupid mouth, jackass.
Pretty much. Here we go. 2 dice uphill. The miracle play. It doesn't work, unfortunately. Sigh.
Oh, yes!
And there we go. There's the skull, because Underworld is just... They're all out of piss and vinegar. It's all out. You can see it right there. That is the box. They are full and overflowing today. A Cathedral of Underworld. And I'm going to stand by, all due to one mistake. This is one mistake in the first half made by Underworld. One mistake. And this is the result of it. Because once that one mistake happened, it started off small, and it's just sped up ever since. Non-stop. It's been an express elevator to hell, and it's going fucking down full speed ahead.
May your generosity be returned to you 100-fold.
Yeah, that's exactly what Vort's done to him right now. That's all he's done. He's returned the generosity all day.
I shot the sheriff, and the deputy, and your wee doggy too.
Well, there's a casualty he can't afford. Well, then again, he could afford anything else right there. Yeah, permanent injury, no surprise. Ed's still writing out the name of the other 2 arseholes. He's a bit busy. Here we go. The miracle. The push. Does he have a reroll? Yes, he does. Fails again.
That's easy.
Why would he roll a power at a critical moment? Why would he? It's about the only thing Underworld. Remember, Underworld still has to score. Underworld still has to score to even tie the game. I don't think that's happening.
Thanks for standing still, wanker.
So even if he got this, he then have to what? Throw the ball to Troll? The Troll has to blitz through and score? I've seen it done, but I don't think it's fucking likely. Dwarves, yeah, they're in cruise control at this point here. Time for more beatings. They can even score on turn 15 if you want at this point here. Great re-rolls, but at this point doesn't matter. Didn't note that the Dwarves, of course.
What do you need?
Greeted 2 re-rolls in the first half. Did it cost him? No. Why? Again, I stand by Underworld made one mistake. Because if he hadn't made that mistake, to be honest, this is probably a very different game. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm having a wardrobe malfunction. Oh, there's me hammer.
Oh, you see, Ed is finished writing the name down. There we go. 3rd ejection, 4 fouls, 3 ejections. On a 1 in 6. Gotta fucking love Ed. Ed has been so fucking consistent this season. Underworld would like to actually have a word with you about this here. Can he hit something? Well, he can hit something. I didn't say he could break anything, but he can hit something. How's the troll doing? Bizarrely, the troll, well, he hasn't failed anything. Hasn't achieved anything, but he hasn't really failed anything. And the Dwarves run this one in for what looks like an easy win. Believe it or not, wasn't that easy. At least until a certain turn. So who the Dwarves got next? That's going to be an interesting question, isn't it? Who do the Dwarves run into next year? Oh, the KO came back. Yay! I guess he decided he wanted to actually play. He gets a pay bonus, doesn't he?
You stupid.
They're not.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
You
stupid.
Alright, yeah. It's cadet math time. And as we can see, the Dwarves, well, he's down a player, but he doesn't fucking care. Meanwhile, as for Underworld, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 players, no re-rolls. He only has 1 fucking play left.
Pink, fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know. A cadet? Cadet's fine either team. I don't think he really cares. Well, free re-roll, that actually helps a little bit. Kind of.
Work.
To be honest, that does help. It's like a weird swing in the luck. Meanwhile, Mr. Can you break armor? Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Tonight, we
Yeah, Underworld, fuck it. He's not going to score. He doesn't care. He is so embittered by this point here. It's all about violence.
We must overreact immediately.
Well, what do you know? He gets a fucking KO. All that effort, he gets a fucking KO, sir. Well, hand it off. Go for the throw. Gets the hand off. You might as well go for the throw. La 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 la. All right, how's this working? How's this working? Come on! Come on! Oh.
Da 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 down, da 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 down. I'm about to drop the hammer and dispense some indiscriminate justice.
Yep, rolled a 1 on. Got hungry and he tried to eat him. So much for that fucking idea. So much for that fucking idea, Sigh. Yeah, laugh it up, fuzzballs, laugh it up. 2-0 is your final score there. The Dwarves march on to victory. Where they'll be facing Cadet and his, well, wonderfully undead team in the next round. As for Underworld, I call it like I see it. The game was winnable by you there, but one mistake added up to an eventual loss at this point. Yes, I grant your dice sucked, but if you'd done it differently on that one turn, I would hereby predict it is a very different result game. You might still win, you might still lose, you might have gotten yourself a beer, I don't know, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. The Dwarves, calm, collected, professional, march their way off to victory there. You know, no panics there, including, as you saw an opportunity, went forward aggressively there, which led to what Underworld should have done. Underworld chose not to do it, and it ended up paying off. Except for the one risky play, and boy, did that ever pay off. But hey, risk is the business. Otherwise, you don't win it, do you? Anyway, And we'll find out what happened to my opponent. He appears to have vanished there. So it means my game might be late, or at some time, you know, scheduled for tomorrow. We'll find out. Plus, I believe there's another playoff game later on tonight. At least I think it is. Might be a very busy day afterwards. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Thanks for all joining in there. It makes the channel all possible. I will see how the next playoff game goes. Novel, bless your dice.